Hey everyone, today I have Farmhouse crafts for fall using Rust-Oleum wood stain that I purchased at Dollar Tree for $1.25. Can't wait to share these with you. And by the way, if you're new here, welcome to my channel. I'm Tanya, and I hope you all like, share, and subscribe. Let's go ahead and get started with this water-based wood stain by Rust-Oleum. And the color, I think you pronounce it Kona. And it is so dark and rich. I thought it would be perfect for the fall season. Now I'm just going to be taking several of the Crafter Square items and I'm going to be painting them in a really heavy coat because I want these to have that rich, warm brown tone. But everyone, I couldn't believe it when I saw that they had this Rust-Oleum stain there, and this is a really pretty color. I love this one for the fall and winter, so I hope you can find it at your store. Now you can see I took one of the little wood rings, one of the wood blocks, and then just one of the little twigs and just some simple raffia and just glued that all together to make these open and airy little pumpkins. And this turned out so cute, everyone. I thought I'd pop in some greenery and some leaves, and then we're just gonna put a little cluster of moss in the middle there and put some of those little mushrooms that they have at Dollar Tree. And I thought this made a really fun little design. And here it is displayed on the shelf, and I think it makes the perfect little shelf sitter. Now for our next quick and simple DIY using the stain, I'm just going to take one of these little wood signs that says give thanks and just hot glue that right on there. And then I'm going to take some of the raffia and wrap that around like you would the rope twine, just for something a little different. And then we're just going to put a few little accents up there at the top, and you'll have a really simple little leaner shelf sitter that you can just put up in any little area just to add a little pop of the fall to your decor. And here this one is displayed on the shelf, and it makes the perfect little leaner for your shelf, or you could just pop this up anywhere. I love how simple these are, everyone, and definitely check out and find out if you can find some of that stain. Now this one I really enjoyed. I took some of those Crafter Square little Easter eggs that they had that I picked up back in the spring, and I decided to put 3 of them together and just make a cute little trio of pumpkins. And I used some of the tumbling tower blocks just to glue this where it would stand up on its own, and then I took some more of those little twigs. Everyone, you have to let me know if you've been able to find that little bag of twigs this year at Dollar Tree. I haven't seen them, but I did get a couple of bags, so I've still got some in my craft stash. And I popped in some greenery and some moss, and then I took another one of those little signs and used the word blessed. And everyone, look how sweet this is. I think this is just a perfect little accent piece to just set up on a shelf or really anywhere. You could put this one on a tier tray and it would be really cute. Now for our next one, I'm going to make another little shelf setter, and this one I'm using the wood pieces that I got, and I thought this would be fun just to make this one really farmhouse and rustic. I thought all of these had that farmhouse feel to them, so that's why we're calling them the Farmhouse Fall Crafts today. And I'm just going to do Welcome Fall on this one, and then I'll be going in and adding some more of those little wood twigs to the top to finish them off so they look like pumpkins. And I think this is perfect too for the rustic home decor. But everyone, I've got 10 today for you, and all of them are using that stain. I just wanted to show you how you could take the wood pieces from Dollar Tree, and stain really kind of brings them up to that next level and just makes them look a little more high-end and really cute and pretty. Now here is some of the stain, and I pulled out all these pieces, and I'm going to go ahead and just stain them up real quick just because I wanted to see, for you to see how you could take these, and once you pop that stain on there, I don't know what it is about stain for me. It just seems like it just makes everything look a little more high-end and just well-made. And I decided to use those little apples too, and I think I'm going to turn one of those into a pumpkin. And I actually do have a little apple craft here toward the end for you. I just couldn't resist because it turned out really, really cute. And you can see once you pop that Kona stain on there, it really just makes that wood really pop and shows all the grain in there. And I just thought this was a really fun way to create some fall crafts for your home decor. Well, everyone, let me know in the comments below. I know everyone has been showing a lot of Christmas, but I love fall so much that I have decided just to keep doing a few of the fall ones, and I'll probably alternate, like I had said in the previous video, just popping in some fall and Christmas back and forth. Oh, everyone, this was one of my favorites too. I took one of those wall decals, you could see that with the greenery there, and just put that on the bottom of this large pumpkin. And I just thought that turned out so pretty. And I really finished these off with really simple little accents. And I used the raffia through a lot of them and just put that on there. And sometimes I think the really simple designs are the ones that turn out so pretty. Going to finish that with that little bow, and here this one is. And this one is definitely a leaner for your shelf or anywhere in your home decor. And you can see the really rich, warm color tone of that stain. Now for our next DIY, I'm going to be taking the pumpkin that had the different layers of wood on there, and I just took some rub and buff, and I went a little heavy on that rub and buff. Maybe don't do that unless you like this look, but I wished I would have did a little less. That stuff really takes, but it turned out really cute, and it made another little fun and simple pumpkin decor piece to set up in your home. Now for our next one, I'm going to be taking one of those little crafter square. I think this is meant to be like a pumpkin. And I'm just going to add that little wood twig and then some more of that raffia there. This one has the space in the back where you can put a candle, but I didn't do that. I had some live real little acorns that my husband had brought me, and I decided just to pop those on there, but I thought this was another just cute, simple little design. And there's so many ways that you can just add a touch of fall to your home on a really small budget and make everything just really cute. Now I'm going to take that other little pumpkin. This is the one that's meant to be like a little flower vase. And I just popped some greenery in this. And then I had this little piece of raggedy kind of ribbon I popped on there and the word gather. And then I decided just to pop a little button on there. And then I filled it with just some greenery I had around the house. And once again, I thought this one was really cute and just somewhere setting up in your home just to add that little touch of fall. Now for our next one, we're going to take that apple, and I'm just going to glue that little twig on the front, and we're going to be able to hide that little apple leaf over there that's made into the wood by covering it with a leaf and adding some pine cones. And I thought this one turned out really pretty. I really like this, so I was glad I found out that I could use the apples for that. And then I put some of this little weed in here that I had around the house. And this was one of my favorites that I created. Just a really simple design. Now for our next one, I'm going to do those apples. And I took one of the Crafter Square little wood trays and just really rubbed that stain on there and made it nice and dark and rich and warm. And then I took the apples and I applied the stain. Now I did let the stain dry really well before I applied that brick red paint to the apples, and I just wanted to pull that in so they really look like apples. And then I had the little Farm Fresh letters left, and I decided that I would use that for these. But this was kind of a neat idea. I took those little tiny square beads from Dollar Tree and just popped them in there and then glued these little wood pieces to the front. So that kind of gave me some new ideas that we can do with those little packs of their wood pieces that they bring out every season. But I thought this one turned out really pretty, so you'll have to let me know if you enjoyed these today. And I decided to finish this one off with just a little bit of moss to cover up my little wood beads. And it made a really pretty little shelf sitter. And this would look really great setting in your kitchen for the fall. And you can see how cute that turned out. And I love how all the apples look like they're just kind of piled in there with those little wood blocks holding them up. Now for our last DIY, I decided just to make some leaf wood garland, and we're gonna take these leaves that we stained, and I'm just going to use some, I think I used some rope twine and some more of those little square beads that I did find at Dollar Tree. And I'm just gonna make a very simple little garland to hang up. I have a shelf, you'll see here in a moment, that I do a lot of my filming for my items on in the fall and winter, and I just thought I'd drape that across there, and it just makes a really festive kind of seasonal piece of decor. And then I decided to add a pop of color, so I glued some of the little silk leaves right on top of that. And I think this one turned out really pretty. But everyone, this is the last one that I have. We'll finish this up by adding some twigs because I really like the way you can pull in some of the nature items, especially in the farmhouse decor. But here it is. I'll show you it displayed there, hanging underneath the shelf. And I think it just turned out really pretty. Well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed all of these today. If so, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you are a subscriber, thank you so much. And thank you to everyone that has been subscribing to my channel. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you soon.